Hello friends. See, last year the income tax filing has been started. Okay. So my concept is to discuss regarding you might have purchased cars. Okay. So on that the showroom they deduct TCS. Okay. Which most of the people they don't have any idea. They simply buy the car, get the invoices, and then they come. Okay. And people who are filing income tax regularly, so whether they are filing on their own or they have a consultant for that, so those people they get an idea of the TCS. Okay, that how much TCS has been deducted. TCS is applicable if you are buying a car which cost is 10 lakhs before GST. Okay, before GST the cost of the car, because the government has regularized that above 10 lakhs if the car is costing you, so that becomes under, so that comes under luxury category. Okay, so in that case government deducts 10% 1% TCS on that. Okay, so those people who are filing on time, no, so they have a better clarity on that how to get the refund and all, because people mostly who don't have any income tax filing, who don't file it. Okay, so they don't get to know regarding the TCS part. So simply what happens, no, that TCS what they have deducted from you, that goes wasted because you are not claiming it. So today we'll explain you how to claim that TCS back to your account, because that is your hard-earned money, right? So you deserve your money to be back to your account, which you paid in terms of taxes. Okay. So for that, first of all, you have to make sure you have a proper tax invoice of the car. Okay, and second thing, you have to ask your dealer for a TCS certificate, because if they are deducting it from your PAN, right, so they should give you some sort of documents how wherein you can claim that, because tomorrow if I'm filing or if you're filing and that TCS amount is not getting reflected on your portal, no, so that certificate is the sole proof to go to the department and fight it back. Okay, so for that, for I told you, right, so if the sale consideration of the car is more than 10 lakhs, so in that case you are liable, they are liable to deduct 1% TCS. Okay, so for that I'm not going in broadly. Okay, simply I'm just explaining you. Okay, so for that, as a layman, because if somebody has having zero knowledge regarding TCS and income tax, no, this video is for them. First you have to go to your income tax portal. So your income tax portal will look like this. Okay, you will be they'll ask your PAN number and password to log in. Okay, so once you log in, your income tax portal will appear like this. Then what we will do, that under e-file, right, e-file, I think you can see it properly. Under e-file, you will go to file by returns. If you click here, it will take you to another page which is called file your returns. In that, you will have something called 26S. You have to click on that. Once you click on the 26S part, no, the page will appear like this. Here you have to select agree and proceed. Okay, then it will ask you for financial year, because now we are filing for previous year. No, the financial year will be 25 to 26. April 25 to March 26. Okay, but here in income tax portal they go for assessment year. Okay, assessment year means if your financial year is 25-26, but what in which year you are assessing your returns, because March 26 ended, right, but we are assessing it in 26-27, because assessing means we are filing it in 26-27. So for us, our financial year will be 25-26. However, our assessment year will be 26-27. Okay, so once you go here to 26 years, no, you have to select the financial year as 25-26 or assessment year as 26-27. Okay, then you have to go to this part V. Part V. Okay, part V. Part you have to go to part V. Details of tax collected at source. Okay, so you have to go here, and then you will see, because if you have a proper invoice, that TDS must be reflecting here. If the TDS is reflecting here, that means they have properly deducted. Okay, then you can go easily and file your income tax return. Okay, so and claim that TCS back. For example, if you have some other income like your salary, business income, okay, then what you will do, no, you will go to your, like 26s, you have to go to your AIS. Okay, like here in the income tax portal, after logging, you have something called AIS. Okay, so if you will go there, no, whether you have bank interest, business receipt, GST turnover, whatever you have transactions, like similarly purchase of cars, everything will come here. And you have to do a computation. You show your business income separately, salary separately, or all other, if any income, if you have any other income, okay, separately show it up and make sure your tax liability is coming to zero, or if your actual taxable income, pay the tax. So for example, you have TCS of 20,000 rupees, your tax liability is coming 2,000 rupees, then you will be getting refund of 18,000 only. Okay, so go to log into income tax portal, go to e-file, file ITR, then 26 says, go there, select the assessment year of 26 27, download the 26 says, okay, and then come to the point number, part VI, details of tax collected at source. Okay, so if anything is deducted on the car purchase, it must appear here. If it is not appeared, if it is not appearing here, that means either your dealer has not paid the tax to the government, or they might have done some technical error from that part. So in that case, if you have TDS certificate or TC certificate, no, so you don't have to cross verify with the dealer. Okay, so that by default it will come here. If it is coming here, go to e-file return, file your ITR, claim the refund, and it will come to your savings account within 1 month or 2 months. Okay, so today's video was for people who are buying cars, the cost of cars which is more than 10 lakhs before tax. Okay, and how to claim the TCS on that, and there is a rule for that. Now you will tell, sir, I did not get. Okay, so it is, if you belong to any central government employee or state government employee, okay, and huh, and if you are somebody is in the Indian embassy or high commission and all, no? So if those people are buying cars, no, so they are not eligible for the TCS refund. Okay, so state government, central government, embassy, or high commission, or if you are like working under a public sector company which comes under central government, okay, like LIC, all those things and all. Okay, so if you are into that public sector or central government, state government, or embassy and all, no, if you are working in that, so that TCS, because in the form 16 itself they'll mention that your like work category, whether you belong under state government, central government, or pension, or others. Okay, so if you belong to the state, central government, no, so then you are not eligible for that TCS refund. Okay, so rest I have covered everything. Hope you have got the point. Okay, so for today, that's all. We'll see in the next video. Okay, take care of yourself. Jai Hind.